Hello and welcome to another tutorial on Spaceflight Simulator. Today I will be showing you how to land on the moon and return to Earth safely. In one go, of course. Now, what we will need, some changes to the rocket are the following. You see, we will land with these parts on the moon, right? So, we will also need these two landing legs. Just add them, you will need them. And since we are re-entering Earth's atmosphere, we will also need these three parts. Now, a lot of friction is created because Earth's atmosphere is kinda heavy, so a lot of heat is created. Therefore, we will need the heat shield, which can withstand up to 6000 degrees Celsius, very important, a separator below it, and a parachute above the capsule. All these are needed for Earth, of course. Now, with no further ado, let's just go straight to the launch. Now, we turn each and every engine on and then power them. Now, if you don't turn an engine on by accident, of course, you will go into an uncontrollable spin and probably die. So, you can also, we do not tilt until we are at 4000 meters of height, so you can time accelerate till that time comes, but I wouldn't recommend it if you're a beginner, because times can get out of hand, right, like really fast. You turn the other engines on, and by the time you're at 10,000 meters of height, you must have tilted 45 degrees. That's what you must keep in mind. A gradual turn, of course. There we go. And now the highest point of our orbit must reach about 35 kilometers. If you're a beginner, 40. I will explain why. And there's no need to be precise, just 35 to 40 kilometers. The higher the highest point reaches, the more time you will have to create a full orbit around the Earth. Now you time accelerate until you are at the highest point, but don't overdo it because you will re-enter the atmosphere and die. You see, I'm at 35 kilometers, right? Engines on, I have very little time to create an orbit around the Earth. If I don't make it and reach below 30 kilometers, which is the Kármán line, I'm at the atmosphere of the Earth, I will burn up and die. But if you are swift, 35 kilometers is enough. You see, now the orbit is starting to form slowly, but now it's formed, because you see the lowest point of our orbit is this, and it's above 30 kilometers. And this is the highest point of our orbit, so check this out. If I just do that, I will always orbit Earth and never crash into it. So that's the point. Now you locate the moon. You navigate towards it, and lags a bit, which I hope it doesn't happen to you. And now you locate the transfer window. See, we are this guy, and we must go to the transfer window. So we time accelerate, not too much, no need to miss it here. We turn to where it points, the dotted line, you see, and it requires 622. Okay, we give it to it. Now don't overdo it, lower the thrust so you can be precise. 40, 30, 20, 10. Okay, enough. Cut it off. And now you are at the course of getting in the sphere of influence of the moon. You will see what I mean. Just time accelerate, but not too much, because you will miss it. Now, what you need to do is turn your rocket so it is perpendicular to the line that is created here, as you see. If I just at time accelerate, I will escape the sphere of influence of the moon and never land. So I need to point at that direction, and now slowly. Oh, I'm out. Okay. Now I'm getting to the high efficiency thrusters. You see, this point, which is now at 950 kilometers, must barely touch the surface of the moon. So, okay, I go full thrust, but I need to be careful. 200, 150, just for to touch it, no more. And done. You see, that's don't pay attention to the other rockets. It has been months since I've landed them. Now, pretty much what you need to do is just get in the landing angle, time accelerate until you are very close to the moon. There is no point in decreasing your velocity. By now it will increase again. But when we are at about, like, I don't know, 5,000 meters, or maybe earlier. This is our general velocity. It doesn't even show us where are we going. Don't worry, we will be able to decrease it. When we reach 5,000 meters, the game itself will show us how much we are going in its velocity, in its axis. How much speed. You see, I'm going about 550 to the right and 140 to down. My English is perfect. Okay, first we lower the speed which we are going down with, but make sure to not overdo it, because you're gonna start going up, and that's like really annoying. Now the harder job is to decrease the speed which you're going right with, or left, but probably right. So we decrease it. Wow, the speed which we are going down with is like, it's decimated. I'm almost standing still in the air now. Well, you see, that's why I overdid it by accident, but it's gonna increase again, slowly, because it's the moon. But the speed which we are going to the x-axis with needs to be 0, because we are not gonna be able to land otherwise very easily, or very close to 0. So don't overdo it, just enough. Then don't lag on me now, bro. 2. I will make it perfect because I like it so. Okay, perfection. 50 me. Oh, where you, now we must lower the speed which we are going down with. 600 meters. Whoa. Whoa. Let me just, okay, I'm in control again. You can also zoom out, it helps, rather than just reading numbers on how high are you. When you are like below 200 meters, you can just zoom out and see your relative position to the moon, because it will help you land rather than just reading your height and your velocity. See, it's much easier to control it. I also lowered the landing legs by tapping them. I forgot to mention. And now, careful landing. Come on. It's kinda tilted here. I'm gonna... no. Okay, I'm gonna land. Don't tilt. Don't fall over. Okay, it didn't. And we've landed. But GG, but we have not achieved our mission yet, you see. Now what we must do is fly up again and get into orbit around the moon. So that's what we'll do. full power, not tilting yet. This is starting to form. We do not need to go very high up because it has no point, you see. About that, you see, you can go even lower because you can create an orbit around the moon anywhere you want, basically. Like, look, I will get to the highest point, and look how easy it is. 17 kilometers. You can actually go very lower than that. I don't know why I did that. 17, right? Okay. It's there. Full power. Look how easy it is. Don't lag. Come on. Oh, mad. Wow. Okay, throw this out and this. Just wait. And now I'm gonna go to the other side to make my orbit a little bit nicer. I'm gonna point to the other side. Wait. And I'm gonna increase my orbit from there. Just to make it look nice. Look, very nice. Not that it has a point. Now we navigate towards Earth. And we find the transfer window again. We time warp until we're there. We turn. Fuel is not a problem here, don't worry, you're gonna see we don't need that much. And only 143. That's, come on. It's a moving point again. I hate that. And don't overdo it. Okay. Very close though. Don't worry, I'm not missing the encounter, it's the Earth this time, not the moon. And now, you see, the highest point is 10, the lowest point is 10 kilometers, about 10 kilometers, and we must decrease that. So, we point like that way, I think. And let me try. Yes, I'm right. And we must make this point barely 0. No, 0, but not more. Just don't overdo it because the speed is gonna be great and we might crash. Okay, 0. We are now at the crashing course. Or at the landing course, however you call it. Now we can time accelerate. We are entering Earth's atmosphere and we must reveal the heat shield because otherwise we're gonna burn up like I almost did. You see, now the heat shield is taking all the heat. It's already at 2000 degrees and we're not close to landing yet. 3000, don't worry, it's gonna make it. 4000. And no need to deploy the parachute, of course, yet. Okay, it's reached its highest, it's about 4300 degrees, you see, out of 6000 that it can withstand. You see, as the height lowers, because of the friction, the velocity is greatly decreasing, which is why we like it. So now we can also time accelerate if we're bored. But don't overdo it, because at about like 500 meters to be safe, we must deploy the parachute. I will do it at 300 meters to show you that it really isn't necessary to do it that early. See, 300. Half deployed and then fully deployed. There we are. We could also barely do it at like 250, 200, but it's kind of a risk, not necessary. And we've landed. So that's all. GG, and thanks for watching.